love it, or at least I like it a lot. But is the topic of this song as fun as the music and the video? Let's think about that. Hey everybody, I'm Wayne, your metal professor, and this isn't the video I'd planned to do right now. But I did a recent video about whether The Warning is rock or metal. That was part 1 of 2. Part 2's on the way. And someone commented that their latest song, More, sounded like they were leaning toward pop. Well, that statement struck me as kind of odd, so I went and listened to the song, and I thought, I have to talk about this right now. What is this song about? What's it saying? And does it sound like pop? Does it sound like the band is leaning that way? Okay, this intro bit is unusual. The moment I heard it, I thought, Rob Zombie, what are you doing here? Because it's got that vibe that Rob Zombie uses in so many of his songs. It's got that measured chord sequence going on over that real groove that Powell has happening with the drums. And this is not easy. Ali's bass is pulling triple duty here. It's sort of call and response with the snare drum. It emphasizes some of those kicks of the bass drum, and it also supports the chords that Danny is playing. So Ali is a busy woman on this track. So we have all that. We have the power chords, we have the groove, we have the bass being so busy. All of that going on first, slightly behind that synth line, that fuzzy vibrato thing that's happening, and then all the other stuff sort of gets in front of that vibrato thing as it fades in volume and goes down in pitch slightly. So it's an interesting combination, and frankly, I think it's kind of trippy. Okay, so we know the song is the speaker addressing something or someone, and she's talking about some negative force that is pulling her away. Is she addressing the force itself? Is she addressing some other person that's hanging around there? I don't know, but I think it becomes more clear as the song moves along. And a real quick shout out both to the Warning Army and the Voice of Bachaprot fan community for the thousands of views and hundreds of subscribers just in the past few weeks. I'm very grateful. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you.
Is whoever or whatever she's addressing the force or the person that's trying to force her to be quiet? It's really hard to tell at this point. Right, I'm guessing this bridge is what the viewer had in mind who commented that, yeah, this song shows them leaning toward pop, because it does sound kind of poppy. The layered vocals, the kind of pop / hip hop sort of delivery, heading right into the chorus. And yeah, that sounds kind of pop. But that huge chorus. The heavy chords, the aggressive vocal, that doesn't sound very pop to me. And as I mentioned, to me it has kind of a Rob Zombie feel. And that musical interlude near the end of the song, right before we get into the final iteration of the chorus. Man, that's a sonic train wreck, and I mean that in completely a good way. And as we said earlier, it doesn't really matter what we call the music, rock or metal or pop or, I don't know, sub-Saharan deathcore, or whatever it is. It's the music that matters, and it's especially the lyrics that matter if we want to talk about what the song is saying, what message it's trying to convey. And so in that sense, part of this discussion is just silliness. Is this pop? Is it metal? Is it rock? Well, who cares? I don't, but it is fun to talk about as long as we keep our perspective. And I would say we have answered one of our questions already. Is this pop? No, clearly not, at least to my ears. It doesn't sound like pop. It also doesn't sound like hard rock. To me, it sounds more like metal than anything else, although it doesn't fit neatly into any particular hole for a metal subgenre. So our other question, what is this song about? I'd say it's about addiction. Why am I sinking when I'm fully grounded? The speaker is clearly in a relationship, and it is a toxic relationship. And if you've had the misfortune to witness or have personally experienced addiction, you'll know that connection between the person who's addicted and the substance to which they're addicted, that is a relationship, albeit a toxic, horribly relationship. Then our sort of sub-question of what is the song saying? What's its message? What's its point? Well, that's pretty clear. Avoid this. Don't get into this type of relationship. The Warning put out a short video just a few days ago discussing this song. And in the video, they mentioned that it is an evolution for them. They refer to exploring sort of new musical territory, and they thank the fans for coming on this journey with them. It does sound like the band is evolving, like they're experimenting, like they're kind of, looking around in different musical directions and not abandoning that hard rock / metal base that has gotten them so far. Think about all the bands that you really, really like. Look back at their first albums, re-listen to their first albums, and then compare it with whatever is new. Most bands begin with a variety of sort of musical shades, in their palette, so to speak. And then shades drop out along the way until by the time these bands get to their third or fourth album, they've pretty much found their formula, and that's what they do. And they don't give you nearly as much sort of sonic variety as they did in their earlier releases. The Warning is going the opposite direction. They are both focusing in on the harder aspects of their sound as the albums, come out, but they are also reaching out and doing things like in this song, experimenting with some synthesizer, experimenting with some vocal delivery, and I just think it's cool. So that's what I've got. There's a quick breakdown of more by The Warning. What do you guys think? Does it sound pop? Does it sound like they're leaning into pop? Do you think that I am sort of on track about what the song is about? Let us know in the comments. I'm just curious. I just want to hear what you have to say. All right, thank you so much. As mentioned earlier, part 2 of our sort of longer videos about whether The Warning is hard rock or metal is coming. First, there will be a video about Love Bites, and then The Warning one. At least that's my plan right now. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, watch some more videos. That'll be good for you. Buy a shirt. Oh, that'd be so cool. There's a link in the video description. All right, thanks so much. You guys are awesome. I'll talk to you soon.